Heyo. What's good, everybody? How we doing? Good evening, Just Ain't Right, son of Wall Street. Puneet, how you doing? Those of you that are in the shorts feed, feel free to click on that other live stream. Once again, it is the better viewing experience. Good evening, Algo, Spaces, She Trades, Adam, Harrison, Atiragram, Pieter, Chris, Kevin, Adam. How we doing, guys? Kelly, how we doing? Kevin. What's going on? It looks like we got about 50 people in here off the jump. We have kind of sold off the open. What's up, FluxCap? How are you? I'm kind of anticipating a little bit more move down. Obviously, you can see I haven't rolled this contract, but I do have the other contracts loaded and ready to go with correlating price, so that we can have both visuals of what the volume is still higher on the Z contract, guys. So that's what I've been trading. I'm going to use this for my analysis, and I might place the trades on the H contract. So, what's up, Harlan? What's up, Seymour? Rollover account killers. You're down 300 on the Sydney sesh? Yeah, I mean, I anticipate probably at least a move down into this area. I mean, that seems to be right where we're going to. What's up, Dave? How are you? We'll see what happens if we can collect some buyers down here and get a move back up towards that 25K. If we just continue to plunge, things could start to get interesting. Probably a move back down into like... Probably down into like 25,800-ish. Up 304 so far? Yeah, Kelly, this thing's really dumping. Really dumping. It's really heavy. I think we're starting to see some profit taking. We've been on an unprecedented bull run this entire year. So I would just be careful on any long positions heading into the end of the year. I think you're going to see a lot of profit taking. I think the move for the rest of the year is probably going to be to the downside. And then if we're going to find some buyers, we're going to need to trade lower prices again. Let me make sure I got music going for you guys. There we go. All right. Wow, we are really puking here. I mean, there is a block down there at 800, so we'll see how much we want to drop on this sell off. I mean, this is pretty heavy, guys. Asia session's been Chris, I trade NQ, but the prices should be corresponding. So this is NQZ that I'm looking at right now. This is NQH. Yeah, Kelly, it's really selling off. It's really dropping here. What's up, Benzema? How are you? All right, let's see if we can get a little bounce here at 920. If we get back above 940 and hold above 940, I'll probably try the long back up into like 980. You're trading NQH? Yeah, Chris, I mean, here's the thing, guys. Just for all of you that are trading NQH. Technically, right now, as we speak, the higher volume is still on the Z contract. When this number is lower than this number, that is when I will trade, or when I will roll all my charts. It'll probably happen tomorrow, Wednesday, sometime in the middle of the week when that flips. But as long as the volume traded is still higher on the Z contract, that is the contract that I want to be trading on. Wow. I'm not quite sure what to do with this, guys. I'm not going to short the hole here. Yeah, Fletcher, that's a scary print, though. That's a scary print. What's up, Tianua? How are ya? Paul, ES is much larger than the H? Or the H contract has more volume being traded? What's up, Modern Family? How are you? Everything's good. Yeah, this is aggressive. I can't... I kind of got to wait for this to bottom out a little bit before because I don't want to short down here either, because that snapback could be nasty. For those of you that haven't rolled yet, by the way, you will want to roll by Friday. Friday is contract expiration. So definitely roll by Friday if you haven't yet. What's up, Ms. Rain? How are you? Why is it so quiet? I'm not sure. It's normally like this at the beginning of the stream. Our numbers typically don't pick up until later. The only time when they're accelerated at the beginning of the stream is when we're doing a giveaway. Which, by the way, guys, you remember the sub count last night being over 6K? That's how many subscribers we lost after the giveaway. Just to give you guys some reference. Lost 50 subs. It should update. I mean, that's the CME Group website. It's showing NQH up at the top, but it's still showing volumes 14,953. Whereas the volume on the Z contract is 755K. So I don't... It says last updated December 15th, so... And that was at 9 a.m. this morning, so I'm not sure. We'll know more tomorrow morning. Flux cap, I should not tell anyone when we're doing a giveaway. I mean, here's the thing. We want to attract new viewers, right? Like, you want the channel to grow. If I limit it or keep things a secret all the time, that's one tool that you can utilize for channel growth. I realize some of it's not organic, but it is good for people to find the channel, right? And I realized some of them here. I think a lot of it was bots too. It was kind of crazy because when I looked at the views on the shorts feed last night, it peaked at like 8,000 viewers, which is, I mean, that's not reality, right? So someone botted my channel trying to win that giveaway and then probably unsubscribed their bots immediately after is what I'm thinking happened. What's up, 44? How are you? Like the stream, guys. We are not bots. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Yeah, guys, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. On the bright side, there's no giveaways tonight. Well, it's not exactly a bright side, but there's no giveaways tonight. Hey, Jeff. Nice. Nice, Jeff. Glad you're here. You're back. You're back after last night? Jeff, and for all the rest of you people on the shorts feed, Click on the other live stream on my channel. It's a lot better viewing experience. What's up, Gray Horse? How are you? All right, so we got a break. Let's see if we can get a retest of 920, 940 now. At this point, what I'm kind of looking for is something like this, right? Where we hold below. Or something like this where we reclaim and hold above. If this thing comes down into 800, I'll be watching price there to see if we want to hold somewhere above 800 for a bounce up. But at this point, I'm only looking for long entries with how far down we are on the night. Might be stupid. I'm looking at YM, and YM's kind of selling off hard too. So yeah, there you go, Jeff. Yeah, it's much better. Much better viewing experience. Doug, I didn't hear of any news myself. Fletcher, 8K concurrent on mobile when our view count total was 3,000. I don't know if that's believable. Right? 8,000 people watching at one time on the shorts feed. Total views, maybe, right? But I've never had a short stream that's gotten that many views. We're normally around like 2,000, somewhere around there. Hey, what's up, Chase? Chase, go click on the other live stream on my channel. The one that doesn't have the word mobile in the title. That's where everybody's hanging out at. We got over 100 people in here right now. Me and all 7K of the homies, Kevin, chilling. I know, it was crazy. And in the short stream, too. Like the shorts feed. Yeah, the trade last night, guys. That was a good trade, right? Like that. Those happen like maybe once or twice a week for me. The market did exactly what I wanted it to. I've been trading pretty well lately. I've been seeing the market really well. I mean, I'm up $910 tonight already. So I mean, I've just been seeing it really well, and technically I could be up a lot more. Guys, I mean, I was short. I think I was short from like 25,080, somewhere around here. Definitely could have held for much more. I got out when this started retracing right in here. Chase, if you just click on my channel, click on the content tab, click on the live tab, and then you'll see two live streams going right now. One will have the word mobile in parentheses. The other one will not. Click on the one that doesn't have the word mobile on it. Yeah, Stevie, this is my day off. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, this is a 5-minute chart that we're looking at right now. I generally don't go anything lower than a 5-minute chart. Occasionally on stream, I'll trade a 1-minute chart just so it looks a little more active. Martin, am I tempted to put on more size when I get the A+? Sometimes. Like last night, I had 2 minis on. But I added into a winner. You know, it wasn't like I was DCAing into a position or throwing 2 contracts on immediately. I added into a winner. So it was a little bit easier to deal with. I'm still not comfortable putting on a ton of size. You started doing tick charts about, yeah. Some people find it easier to trade on tick charts. I've seen some people trade Heikin-Ashi. You know, just so that it could be, those are more momentum kind of traders. You thought I was pumping with my too many trade? Yeah, you thought I was pumping the markets? Oh, you use both, Stevie? Yeah, some people have found value in it. I just haven't found anything that's going to give me any sort of edge more than I already have with my style trading. So I don't use it. You know, really all I need is price and volume, a little bit of order flow. And that's just me. Everybody's different, right? Everybody's brain processes data and information differently. So by no way am I saying that it's the wrong, something not to look at, right? If it's working for you, keep doing it. Just like if ICT strats are working for people, you know, if you're having huge success trading fair value gaps, by all means, do it. Oh, Fletcher, see, I'm so wired for the NQ because I've been watching it for so much longer than the other symbols. I'm actually extremely comfortable trading NQ. I feel like I see it a lot better than the other tickers. And I consistently make money on it. So I think if something's working, why try and why get away from it, you know? If all I have to look at is one chart for the day and make a grand or two, there's zero reason really for me to look at anything else. I have a hard time when I'm looking at a bunch of charts. I know some people put, you know, they have 10 charts up at one time that they're looking at. That's just too much going on for me. It's just way too much going on for me. I try to simplify my trading as much as possible, guys. Like my trading's extremely boring. I'm just waiting for price to come to me. I'm looking at other symbols over here on the higher time frames just to make sure that like the ES and the NQ are in line. You know, and I don't have an ES level, say, another 7 points or 8 points down from a level where I'm expecting a bounce on the NQ, you know, then I know to be a little bit more hesitant in my position. But for the most part, I'm really only watching one symbol. Let's see another 3K tonight. Trump's talking right now, Savvy. Thanks for the heads up. I appreciate you. I definitely didn't know Trump was speaking right now. All right, we're kind of getting that move back up into that 920, 940 area. On the H contract, that's going to correlate roughly to probably the 200, 220 area. I think there's like a 250 point difference between the two contracts. What's up, Puneet? How are you? You flip through Robinhood stocks like a nasty Tinder profile. All right, that's a decent move up, guys. I mean, what is that? That's a 60 point move back to the top side here. Wow, the market's really moving around. The Globex sessions have been nice lately for you nighttime traders. Or if you're in Australia, the morning traders, or India. or other side of the world, and it's your morning time. The ATR is 17 on the 1 minute. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Adam, it's 3:54 in the morning. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I think you guys don't sleep. Yeah, Stevie, it's been nice movement. Well, at least this week has been. There were a couple days last week where the market was dead. But for the most part, I mean we're getting 100-point moves. 200-point moves in some cases. I mean, how many points are we down on NQ right now? Where did we open? Let's see. This is the 6 o'clock open. So 102, it looks like, is where we opened, and we're trading. Yeah, this is a 200-point move to the downside. 200 plus points. Yeah, where this turned around, Jeff, it's just you know, a fairly typical bounce for NQ. These are your pivots here. So this is S1 pivot on the session. That's the 50% line between the two pivots. So probably what we're going to see is we'll probably see a move back up. At least I would think. I mean, I could be wrong. This thing could sell off all night. I really don't know. If it does, I'll be sorely disappointed that I let go of my 25,080 short. London always pulls through for you. Yeah. Yeah, Stevie, that's smart. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. During New York session, I'm usually done by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. So 9:30 to 11 is really when I either make or break my day. Let's see what we get with this new hourly candle open here in about a couple minutes. I mean, how big is this candle? Is this this is a 100.5 minute candle? So in 10 minutes, the market sold off 140 points. Yeah, Tony, 100%. So they're definitely based on SR. I'm not an ICT trader or anything like that, so I don't have fair value gaps on my charts. You sold your Amazon. Is Amazon really dumping like that? I wonder why. Were there any news headlines on Amazon that I missed? That I wasn't aware of? Now, what I don't want to see happen, something about deli fry. I don't want to see this start to just chop sideways right under this level, because that's going to be very hard to execute off of after being down as much as we are already. I'm going to want price to at least test back up into above 920. Oh, Stevie, are you talking about the H contract? Yeah, I guess on H, we're probably looking at like... Probably looking at that psych level 25,200, somewhere around there. Right up in here. That would be in line with this pivot that's sitting there. AI will make middleman Amazon obsolete. I don't know. I think it's going to take a long time before any of that takes effect. Jeff, all my not so much the 15-minute, more so the 30-minute for me. That's really as low as I go for my overall analysis. I mean, occasionally I guess I'll look at a 15-minute, but the 15-minute doesn't really do much for me. All right, it's kind of like that in between. I use the 5-minute to execute. So you won 5 and 15 minutes. You know, if those are your charts, I execute on the 5-minute. My analysis is all done on the hourly and 30-minute. All right, that was a nice little break and retest short. If you got it, short from 920. What was the corresponding price on H? So 170 was the corresponding price on H, I guess. Man, we are just... This is going to be hard, guys. It's going to be difficult for me now at this point. Is anybody in a position right now? Or are we just kind of sitting waiting right now? How are you guys trading tonight? I didn't even ask. How did you guys trade today? Let me know how you guys did today. Today, when all was said and done, I made a little over 6K. One mini short from 903, Dog of Wall Street. Nice, nice. You made dozens of dollars, Harrison. Nice. Space is $418 so far. Yeah, Kelly, I mean, so 3,200 was made last night on stream. And then I made the mistake, guys, of not switching to a different account and traded that same account and ended up making 4,400 on that account today. And then I made 1,600 on another account. Yeah, that's a pretty good day for me. Pretty good day. Short on H contract from the retest on volume at 158. Okay. Yeah, that's roughly in line. That's roughly in line. Yeah, Jeff, I mean, I honestly, I like some downside here. I like some downside overall. throughout this week. We'll probably have a couple days that are kind of sideways and range bound, like we typically do. There could be volatility, obviously, with contract rollover. Some weird moves at times. You're just going to have to trade with stops this week just to be safe. This isn't the week you really want to put your foot on the gas. It's kind of a week you just want capital preservation. If you make money, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Okay, are we going to range out? That is the question. Oh, nice, Invisible. Yeah, take it slow. Take it slow. There's no reason to rush those funded accounts. All right, a lot of them have consistency built in anyway, so there's zero reason to rush those accounts. Yeah, Stevie, I'm sure it was probably difficult to hold on to that. I do like the look there of the break and retest. But man, after over 200 points of downside, you kind of expect some sort of retrace. Granted, that was 60 points back up into that. No full pour. I mean, I never full pour, Kevin. You guys are different than me when it comes to that kind of stuff, if you're doing that. I'm getting too old for that. Yeah, Stevie, that retrace makes sense. That retrace would make sense, without a doubt. Starting to see some aggressive buyers here, finally. Unfortunately, I kind of got to wait till we get back above this area in order for me to really like a long position. Jeff, you started as an AMC Diamond Hands 8. Nice. That was right. So that was right when I was getting ready to start actually trading. When all that was happening. What's up, BPK? How are you? What's up, Zadia Vols? Yeah, ES definitely finally cleared those lows. That's actually the long that I took on NQ is when I looked at ES today and it couldn't sweep the last week's lows. Did I move to a new office? No. It's the same room I've always been in. I just didn't have a background before. But we found that when we were trying to edit content with the background removed on the camera, it was really hard to edit. Extremely hard to edit. So we had to get rid of the background removal tool that we were using. So I'm in the same room that I've always been in. Hey, thanks, Christian. Appreciate you. Yeah, guys, if you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. Made $6K in 5 minutes on Robinhood while working at a construction site. Oh, BPK, you had the short on this morning? Yeah, I actually didn't catch the short this morning. I waited for NQ to bottom out a little bit first and actually caught the long back up was what I caught. I don't know if I took a screenshot today or not. I was kind of in my own little whirl while I was trading today. Let's see if I can find it. Or if I even did. Oh, yeah, guys. By the way, so in the NFL, yikes. Is this a touchdown? Because it was ruled a touchdown, it was reviewed, and it was upheld. Is this a touchdown? Can you guys answer this question for me? In the NFL, this is a touchdown now, apparently. It's a touchdown. Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, that happened. Oh, yes, it happened. Oh, yes, that happened. Oh, so ridiculous. No, I didn't take any screenshots today. No screenshots. Oh, man. No, the Lions weren't going to win that game regardless, right? That would have been 1st and goal at the 1. But someone still explain that to me, how that's a touchdown. I mean, explain it to me. Please. Because it was ruled a touchdown, even after review. The refs tried to say that he bobbled the ball outside of the end zone and regained control after he crossed, but at the end of the play, he was laying out of bounds. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. Rams paid the refs more than Lions. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, how is that a touchdown? If your team is out and you trade futures. I can't cheer for the Bears yet, Harrison. I can't do it. Lions aren't technically mathematically eliminated yet. I can't root for the Bears yet. All right, NQ. Don't just die on us now. All right, what's gold doing, guys? Oh, no. Gold is just chopping sideways, too. Oh, boy. You think your Raiders are... Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, it's so hard to watch anymore because of that. Like, you just watch some of these calls that happen... And it's like, are we watching the same thing? And then they'll go and review it. And they'll uphold their calls somehow, some way. What's up, Levi Trades? Every time you join, I'm in profit. I've been trading really, really well lately. I do take losses. I've taken them live on stream. It happens. But lately I feel like I've been seeing it really well, and I've been patient to wait for price to do what I want it to. Right now we're getting kind of close to an area that I would consider executing. But yeah, like I've been trading really, really well lately. Extremely well. Even for me, you know. Like, even within that 2-week stretch where we were kind of in that range where it was choppy and volatile, I was still coming out in profit. I just was executing from the extremes. I was able to see the range relatively quickly. What's up between here and there? How are you? Botan, you hit a 100-pointer? Nice. Nice. Congrats. Oh, Zeddy, no. $1 million? I'm in the low six figures annually. I don't expect to make $1 mil. If it happens, great. I'm gonna try to get a little more aggressive this next year in 2026. I'm to that point now on my where I'm comfortable putting on a little more size, but I'm not gonna overdo it either. All right, once you size up, something psychologically flips in your brain. I think going from 1 mini to 2 minis is probably the hardest leap that you're going to make in your trading journey. I'm comfortable on 1 mini right now. I do trade 2 and 3 minis sometimes. But I still can feel myself anxious when I put on a lot of size. Does that make sense? Like, losing $2,000 for me still hurts. It still hurts. Levi, I normally risk 20 to 25 points on NQ, so $400 to $500. Yeah, Botan, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do next year. I'm gonna probably copy trade like 3 accounts. I'll probably have 2 sets of 3 accounts that I'll copy trade and try to size up and see how it goes. Yeah, Kelly, 100%. I think it is easier to copy trade 5 accounts than to put on 5 minis. For sure. What's up, his Royal Trades? How are you? You made 5x on Micron today? Congrats. GG's. It's huge. Fletcher, just in general. Like, on stream, I'll just trade however I trade, right? Like, I'm not trying to be one of these massive influencers that's just posting huge profits and, like, using that to gain clout. While it's nice to, while it's nice to post those big numbers, a lot of times I don't think we're getting the whole story, you know? Crawbillies, not yet. Not yet. I need to see a reclaim. In order for me to get long, I would need to see the reclaim back above this level and holding above 940. For a long back up into like 980. As long as you don't look at it. Between here and there, I have a Roth IRA and an IRA. I don't really trade stocks though. They're just long-term investments for me, and every time the market takes a big dip, I'll reinvest a bunch of money. Look at the overall P&L. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like when you're copy trading 10, 20 accounts, you know, what would normally be a $400 loss is, you know, is now a $4,000 loss. Yeah, I'm good on all that. Yeah, between here and there, what I'm looking at overall, to reinvest for myself, I do think we have a major correction coming in the market at some point. NQ, I would like to see price. What is this? I'd like to see price trade back into, what is this? 22,400 at least, 350, 400. And that would be where I would consider starting to put money into my long term again. And then if it dipped more than that, I would just obviously be adding to my positions. So I'm going to look at 22,400 as my next buy area long term on NQ. 19,000? You want it all the way down there? I mean, that would be great. That would be great. But I'll start putting money in at like 22.4. And then my next ad would probably be, what is this? 21K. We have daily gaps to fill. Jeff, there's daily gaps all the way down to below 1K probably. Honestly. MNQH. Yeah, so the H contract is the is the January. The Z contract expires this Friday, the 19th. All right, guys, we got over 200 people in here right now. Hit that thumbs up button for me if you could. We're kind of just waiting for the NQ to decide what it wants to do here. I do kind of think we get at least go test 940 again at some point. It's just gotten really slow all of a sudden. Volume has really died on us. For those of you that are on the H contract, the corresponding move would probably be like 220, 25,220 is what I would be looking for. 200 to 220. Yeah, I hope. I'll take a 19K retrace. I'll take a 14K retrace if it really wants to go there. You know? I mean, come on. Who are we kidding? All right, guys. Do you think we're going to get to celebrate 6K again? Do you think we're going to get to celebrate 6K again? And question is, how many times are we going to celebrate 6K? Yeah, between here and there. I don't obviously the market's not going to continue to go straight up like we've been. Right? I do expect a rollover. I do expect a pullback. I do expect some sort of correction. Like when you've got PE ratios on some of these tech stocks above 100, above 200 in some cases, that's just outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. What's up, Miko? How are ya? Giveaways bring the subs. Giveaways bring the subs, and then they bring the unsubs as well at times. No, we still did. Last night's stream, we still picked up. I mean, we still picked up 150, 160 new subscribers that stayed. So, I mean, that's still a really good stream for me. Right? It's very rare when I have a 200 sub stream. Very rare. Yeah, guys, there won't be any more giveaways this week. However, I do have something planned for right before Christmas. That's in the works. So, no more giveaways this week. But I do have something planned right before Christmas. All right, Botan. GG's. GG's on the win. GG's on the profits. Wolf will hunt. You almost blew the prop firm account because you didn't know how many contracts to buy. Oh, no. I'll be honest with you. If you're just starting with props, trade micro contracts. They're 1/10 the size of any mini contract. But when you're beginning out the prop accounts, there's no reason to trade anything more than one mini. Zero reason. And I'm talking 1 mini on the bigger sized accounts, 100K accounts and above. Does it come with a bow? A lot of people prop farming creators. NJC, no, I didn't catch the short. I caught the long off the lows. I didn't catch the short this morning. Oh, yeah, his roll trades 100%. And trading micros will allow you to scale, too. Without a doubt. Oh, Martin, you're gonna take off till January? I mean, yeah. That's not a bad idea. There's just gonna be random volatility. You just have to trade with stops. Have your risk appropriate, size down if you need to. Yeah, Stevie, everybody says it, you know, like I'm fortunate enough to be able to have account balances at this point in my trading journey where I can trade minis comfortably, a mini comfortably. But even still, even if you want to trade minis, you can still scale in with micros, all the way up to 10 micros. Between here and there, no, I'm not shorting this. I'm not shorting this yet. I want to see 24,940 get traded. Corresponding price on the H contract would be 200. So basically what you're looking for is like 50% of this leg down, right? This would be another bear flag setting up if it is the short, right? So you're basically drawing a trend line, something like this. And then say your level's 200 right here at this high volume node. And this would be what you're looking for. You'd be looking for either price to break back above 200 and hold, or to break this trend line to the downside on a rejection of 200. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, Chase, I normally don't draw them on. I just do it on stream because obviously I can see them myself without. Tori would be proud. But that's ideally what you're looking for, right? Like, simplify your trading as much as possible. Then you have set risk. And you know when you should be out of a trade. That's kind of why I draw levels the way I do. You know, it defines my risk. It allows me to know, hey, all right, I should kill this trade. Or, hey, I should hang on to this trade. Like last night, if I didn't have the levels drawn, I wouldn't know to hold on to that trade for as long as I did. Kavitha, is it Bitcoin? No, I don't trade Bitcoin. I don't trade crypto. Antonio, I draw them myself. They're just rectangles that I draw on my charts. Right? I kind of showed this last night. I just extend them left and right, move them behind the candles, and remove the middle line. So I marked them myself. It's not an indicator. In fact, I use very few indicators. I use pivots, I use volume profile, and I throw VWAP on for the stream just to see where it is. And then I have my DOM surface over here. Back in the day, trading Doge with AMC and GameStop. That's true. Dogecoin. That's when Doge was taking off, wasn't it? You know, what a wild. I remember seeing that happening. That was kind of when I was in my practice phase. You know, paper trading. Tim, are you trading with any props? Or are you trading on a personal account? How do you determine how long to hold a contract? For me, it's all based on, well, your risk appetite, right? Obviously, you're going to put a stop in. Like if you want to risk $400 on a mini contract on NQ, that would be 20 points. So that's where you would set your stop. So in other words, if I wanted to get long from, say, 830, right? I would put a buy limit here. Actually, let me go to a different chart where I don't have all these levels drawn on, so it's a little more visual. All right, so say I wanted to get long from here. I'd put a buy limit on here. If I wanted to risk $400, I would drag this out 20 points. And then as the trade goes in my favor, I tend to lock in profits pretty quick and go to break even really fast. All right, so I would go to break even really quick at 10 to 15 points in profit. And if the trade runs for me, great. If it doesn't, I'll kill it or it'll take my stop. But basically, my style of trading, I'm looking to trade level to level, right? So if I'm short from this area, 25,015, I'm targeting 940 initially. If price did this, I would actually move my stop at this point to just above this pivot, right around 960. And I would still be holding my short from above 25K. What's up, Spicy? How are ya? Yeah, NJC, I trade on the 5-minute. All right, execute on the 5-minute. Analysis is all done on the higher time frame, though. Oh, nice, Tim. With Lucid, Tim, by the way, you can purchase level 2 CME data for $13 a month, which is actually pretty cheap. And that will give you the full, that should give you a full, everything that you see on my screen, you should be able to get with that $13 a month. Hey, what's up, Lance? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, in the hall. They went to the handles instead of the actual usernames. The Almighty Will. So I know Take Profit Trader used to give it for free, actually. All you have to do is reach out to customer support. Like if you just put in a ticket to customer support saying, hey, can I get level 2 CME data? They will actually give it to you for free, I believe. You have Rhythmic with level 2 with them? Yeah, you're good. You should be good. The Almighty Will. You should be able to have everything there. The only thing that you won't be able to do is if you have multiple props, you won't be able to have multiple connections at the same time unless you purchase the advanced features license on Quant Tower. Everything else you should have access to. So like a basic Quantower license only allows you to have one connection. An advanced features license allows you to connect to all your props at the same time. Does the $13 include the rugged good looks? I mean, I appreciate that. Yeah, the Almighty Will. I think that license is like $20 or $30. I can't remember how much it is. It's not overly expensive. And honestly, if you're treating your trading like a business and you have an LLC set up, that's a write-off at the end of the year anyway. Just hang on to your receipts. So this is Quantower's pricing right here. And what you'll want to get, you don't need the full license, but you'll want to get this one right here in order to connect to all your accounts. So it's $30 a month. CP3, I'm on Quantower. I'm on Quantower. I'll be honest with you. What is that? Holusobola? Sorry if I butchered your name. I typically wait for news to settle down, so I don't trade CPI. I don't really need to worry about that. OCO orders? Yeah, so you can I can use OCO orders. I usually do them manually though. Wish you knew that before you pay for a copier. That's the other thing, Almighty Will. You have a copy trader built into Quantower. So it's built in. So technically you don't need to be connected to all those accounts at the same time. You can just create a copy bot, have your parent account or leader account, and just create child connections for all the other accounts. Yeah, Fletch. Fletch, Quantower's nice. Like it's extremely nice and very beginner friendly. Like, yes, it's going to take some time to get used to if you've never traded on it before, just like any other trading platform. But it's a really nice trading platform. It's kind of like that middle ground between the advanced features of Sierra charts and the ease of use of Tradeovate, right? Like it's that next step up. Like I can say without a doubt, it is better than Tradeovate, without a doubt. It's better for executions than TradingView. I just think it's better, you know. And some people might feel differently, but I really like Quantower. Oh, Fletch, you're still trading on a Mac? Is that why you're trading on MotiveWave? Or are you on a PC? Yeah, Quantower is amazing. Like, and it's a free option for most people, right? Like, yes, you'll need to purchase some licenses and stuff like that to have all the full functionality. Have I used Project X? CP3, no. Project X has way too many glitches for me. Way too many glitches. Way too many hiccups. We're kind of just still waiting, guys, for price to get up there. I guess it kind of rejected 940 already, though, didn't it, when I was talking about Quantower? Martin, you rage, cancel top step on the last hiccup. Yeah, it's going to continue to happen, right? Like, it's going to continue to happen. Dang, it didn't quite get to where I wanted it to get to. Before reference, guys, this would be a this would be a perfect example of when I say break and retest. This is the perfect example of it. Fletch, you need me to have a meetup where we can all sip on some fine liqueurs and fedoras? It's called the Kentucky Derby, Fletch. Happens in April. It's called the Kentucky Derby. NJC, it's already passed for me. We've already missed my entry. We were talking about Quantower. You know, at this point, you're waiting for the retest here at 920, see if it holds below, and then you would short. What? If I keep drawing the toy lines, Palm will show up. Yeah, Palm shows up to streams from time to time. Oh, Zadie, do I think NQ can puke 500 points? I don't know about 500 points on the overnight. Can it happen? Yeah, of course, but I think it would take some sort of news catalyst to get a move like that. I think if we're gonna end up going down 500 points, more than likely, it's gonna happen during London or New York sessions. Fletch, you've low-key forgot about her. Palm definitely hasn't forgot about her. Yeah, I mean, to get a 500-point move down like that, I do think you need some sort of news catalyst, guys. I don't think the market's just going to say, hey, we're going down 500 points right now. All right, I do think that kind of a move is probably, I mean, because what is 500 points? That's a, what, a percent and a half? I think that kind of move on the overnight, you would definitely need, that would be another 1% down. So you'd be looking close to 2% at this point. Nah, when Nvidia hiccups down, SpaceX will go public just in time. Yeah, and then you see Tesla skyrocket to save the Nasdaq. All right, we are... How many people we got in here right now? 210 people in here currently. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. We're kind of just waiting at this point. This is the movement that we've got since I've been live. So there hasn't really been much for me to do just yet. Hey, what's up, Christopher? How are you? Platinum's rolling. Okay, so is gold moving? Gold is dead. Gold is sideways. Yeah, Adam, I don't know. I think we could get some sort of retracement here. You know, there's interest up into that 980 level. I would expect price to come back up here eventually. You know, retest these lows. You lost all your money buying Space Monkey NFTs from Gary V motivational speeches? Oh, no. I hope that's a joke. I hope that's a joke. How many of you guys bought NFTs? I never bought a single NFT. Zero? Yeah, Crazy Diamond. I never bought a single one. Adam, you bought 2 of them and flipped them for profit? Nice. Nice. It's a joke? Okay, good, Jeff. I figured it was. Just making sure, though. Just making sure. They would have dumped the moment you bought one. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when the NFT thing was going on. Wasn't that right around the same time as like the GameStop craze and all that? GameStop, AMC. You guys remember BlackBerry was taking off at that time too? Haven't seen a BlackBerry phone since like, I don't know, 2000? The year 2000, 2001? Since I was a child. Those were the Doge days. Yeah, it was BlackBerry, it was AMC, it was GameStop. What were the other ones that were taken off at that time that were just like, wait, what's going on? It was just completely random. All the ex-crypto guys still have their profile pictures as them? Wait, what? Really? Oh, yeah, that was it, Martin. That's it. You're right. Bed Bath & Beyond was the other one. That's right. Trying to bring the hedge funds to the knees. They did, Jeff. They succeeded. I mean, that was that was crazy. Peloton? Yeah, the BlackBerry one was the one that threw me off the most. Right? Like BlackBerry thrown in there was just like, wait. I haven't I haven't seen a BlackBerry in like 15 years. All right, here's another one. And this might show some people's age. What was your first cell phone? What was your if do you guys remember your first cell phone? What was your first cell phone? Hey, what's up, Jorge? How are ya? From $10 to $112 is roller trades? That's a massive trade. That's a massive trade. Nokia, Sprint, Motorola. Do you guys remember the Nextel two ways? Do you remember those things? Dude, I had a beeper. Pagers. You remember the cell phones that like you had in your car that came in a giant bag? Yeah, there it is. There it is, Grumpy Grandpa, the bag phone. And it was like $3 a minute or something like that. Yeah, and Brown, I got my voice back. I got my voice back a few weeks ago. The telegraph. The SIM card. Yes, Stevie J. Yeah, the SIM card's the size of a credit card. Yeah. Oh, Harrison, those things were indestructible. Like, you could throw those Nextel two-ways into a brick wall time and time again, and they would not fall apart. They were indestructible. Minitel? French? Oh, that's true. I guess overseas they have different phones and phone makers and phone companies. That's right. I never thought about Minitel. I never heard of that one. You used to change the batteries, lick power tools off a charging rack. Was it kind of computer? Okay. I'll have to look it up. Minitel. Let me Google that real quick. Let's see what we're talking about here. Minitel. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that thing. Yikes. Yeah, to trade stocks, you had to use the newspaper and the New York Stock Exchange. Your dad had the Minitel? Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. What was it? Floppy disks? Is that what you put in those things? You guys remember having the Discmans that you had to plug the tape cassette into your tape player in your cars, and every time you went over a bump, the CD would skip. Do you remember those? Okay, who's the oldest one here? Oh, that's so funny. Stanley, I'm on the 5-minute right now. I execute on the 5-minute. All my analysis is done on the higher time frames, though. 30 minutes and above. Wait, a Telegram, you still use Winamp? Oh, gosh. Now we're talking about, like, Napster. Do you guys remember Napster? Oh my goodness. Yep. Yep, this is a trading stream for all those that are tuning in right now. And yes, we are talking about Napster and Winamp. LimeWire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. LimeWire for songs and viruses. Wow. Wow. So some of you probably had the original AOL. The AOL Instant Messenger dial-up connection. Yeah, cheers, Stanley. Those of you that are in the short stream, feel free to click on that other live stream on my channel. It's a lot better viewing experience. You'll get to see my full monitor. That's where most people are hanging out at. We've got about 210 people in there right now. On a Gateway 2000 computer. Oh, Dave, you're loving every minute of this conversation, aren't you, right now? I know Dave. Is Dave the oldest one here? Dave might be. Record player. 8-track player? No. And TV all in one PC? Whoa, a piece of furniture? No, really? The good old floppy. Dude, you're getting Adele. Oh, man. Radio Shack. Oh, my goodness. What was the other one? So Best Buys are still around. Overly priced, obviously. Circuit City. Whatever happened to Circuit Cities? 52, Jeff? Okay. Yeah, there you go, Hunter. Circuit City. Antoine, you had an Atari? Oh my goodness. Please tell me you were playing like Pong or whatever that game was on it. Fletcher Toys R Us died and you died with it. Comp USA. Oh my goodness. Some of these names. Super Mario. Okay. They went bust, but Carmack still lives. Yeah, I don't know how Carmack is still alive. Oh my goodness. Space Invaders. Oh boy, here we go. Pong and Donkey Kong. Yep, there we go. Those Ataris were pretty, I mean, I'm sure when they came out, they had to have been so sweet. They had to have been so sweet. Frogger. Tecmo Bowl. Oh yes. Now we're talking. Oh, we got a few old souls in the chat. Judging by the conversations and and everything that's going on. Dave had the VHS where you could record TV shows and had a wired remote to stop it during commercials. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding? Some of the young people in the chat are probably like, who are these crazy old people? Gold's making a move finally. Whoa, Gold did make a move. Hey. Oh gosh, unfortunately, I'm going to need to see it below here. Whoa, gold is moving, guys. Gold is moving. I was the remote with, I was a kid. Yeah, you had to run up and wasn't it like a turn dial that you had to change the channel? Okay, so how many of you had the actual antennas that you had to like stick aluminum foil on the end of to get a signal and like angle them the right way? You had that way too recently, Fletch? Oh no. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Yeah, Gold made a nice move. Atari 2600. Yeah, oh man. Man. No, Dave, you've had one of those giant, like one of the ground standing antennas that were massive. Mounting the antenna up. Yeah, it's crazy how much technology has changed, though, isn't it? How quickly everything is advanced. Had to turn him with a crank. Yeah. Oh, I'm almost crying. You guys almost have me in tears right now. Oh, dude, it's so funny. Yeah, that's a nice move on gold. Possible bounce area here. I would be careful on gold. I want to say this probably does get traded. This would be the next stop if we're going to get an extended leg down on gold. Would be 42.78. If we are able to get through here. Oh gosh. I'm trying to look at charts and now I've got all this. Whoa, his World Trades remembers the channels? Oh my goodness. Okay, so prior to cell phones, everybody had a normal like landline phone, correct? Do some of you remember your old phone numbers from those landline phones? Or do some of you still have landline phones? 20 miles to school, uphill both ways. Yeah, the dial-up sound, yeah. The AOL sign-on sound. Your parents still have a landline phone? Your grandma does? Same number as 30 years ago? You only had to dial 5 numbers, Dave? Oh, yeah, Dave, Dave, did you grow up in Kansas City? Or is that just where you settled? Did you grow up in Kansas? In France, okay. Yeah, I wonder, you still have a landline, Jack? No way. You remember your landline? Wow, you guys have really good memories. Grew up in Western Kansas? Okay. So the sticks. Dave, you grew up out in the country? Like no neighbors for miles? Your mom had a party line Oh, so like the neighbors were on the line when you went to go pick it up? No way. No way. Pennsylvania, okay. I know this is crazy. Crazy conversations we're having here on the live stream tonight, guys. Crazy conversations. We got 250 people in here right now. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Not much trading going on. I did catch a trade early on in the session, but we've kind of just been going sideways for a little while, so we've just been talking about other things. You remember when 56K was revolutionary? I had to do smoke signals. Oh my goodness. What has happened? Look at what I've started. Yeah, the Radio Shacks. Okay, I do remember Radio Shack. I remember Circuit City. What was that jump? Did you guys see that? Did price literally just jump from 900 to 918? Just random 24-hour Walmart. Yeah. Jeff, no, you're good, brother. You're good, brother. You didn't ruin the chat. Oh, Blockbuster. Fletch, is that one Blockbuster still around? What's the other thing? Are there still... So, post Blockbuster... And I think Blockbusters were still open, kind of, when this was happening. But do you guys remember red boxes? Are those still around? Crazy Diamond, because on NQ, the more volume is technically still being traded on the Z contract than the H contract. That's why I am on the Z contract. But I have the H contract here. It's here so that we have reference. You still have them at the beach? Well, laser discs. Oh my goodness. James, Blockbuster was your first job ever? Nice. Redbox did go belly up? Okay, that's what I thought. This is crazy. Give me a second, guys. Let me go close these blinds real quick. Sure, my neighbors probably think I'm a lunatic. I've got like key lights on. I'm sitting here laughing, talking into a microphone to myself. Nobody beats the Wiz. Electronic boutique. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, it's here, Graham. Janko jeans. Were those like the skater, really big, baggy jeans? Is that what those were? Sam Goody. Yeah, yeah. This is funny. Yeah, that's true, probably, Stevie. I mean, I'm sure there's some young teenage, either guy or girl, probably doing the same thing across the road. They don't know I'm Wes the Midnight Market Maker. No, they really don't. I don't talk about trading in my real life other than to like people that are extremely close to me. You know, I don't really talk about it because that just opens up a whole bag of worms I'm not willing to get into in real life. Pipster. So it does. So here's the Z contract. This technically still has more volume being traded on it than the H on the Nasdaq on NQ. So that's why this. This is just the continuous contract that I'm on right now. I could change it for sure if you wanted the heat map to show the H contract. I just haven't rolled yet. Fletcher, yeah, I know my neighbors. A dubbing cassette tapes by covering the holes with tissue. Wait, what? What, Jay Styles? Wait, what? Yeah. There's just talking about trading in real life. Like I said, it's the first question is, can you make money for me? The second question would always be, can you teach me? And the answer is always no to both of my response questions that I have. It's, do you have $10,000 that you're willing to lose? And secondly, do you have 2 years of your life that you're willing to dedicate? So, like, I just don't talk about it anymore. My response to them is, no, I can't trade. I'm not a licensed broker. It's against the law for me to trade your money for you. And then their next question is, well, what if I just give you money and you trade it in your account? No, then I have to claim those profits. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not paying taxes on your profits. Sorry. Do I have a career live for small talk? Well, Fletcher, now I just say I'm a streamer. Fletcher, now I just say I'm a streamer. How's that your little trading thing going? DS, yeah. Yeah, it's always the same questions. But yeah, we all have had that exact same conversation probably 100 times in our life. So it's it is what it is. You already know as soon as you get that first question. As soon as you get that first question, you know exactly where it's going. You know where the conversation's going. And I usually try to shut it down right then and there. Yeah, exactly, to save a nation. Yeah, exactly. To save a nation, and those are the rest of you in the shorts feed stream, click on over to the horizontal stream. The other stream on my channel. The one that doesn't have the word mobile in the title. It's a lot better viewing experience, and that's where most of the conversations are taking place. We got about 250 people in there right now. Like, okay, where were you when I was 2 years in and struggling? You weren't loaning me money then. Yeah, what stock should I buy? Yeah, I know. It's like, dude, I don't know. What stock should you buy? I don't know. Alexander, no giveaways tonight. There's no giveaways. Silver's falling out of bed. Is gold doing the same thing? Yeah, gold's kind of dropping too. Oh, Lenny, sorry, TopStack doesn't give you the option to switch contracts. Did you figure it out, Lenny? Sorry, I don't trade on TopStep X, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask or answer the question. Oh, Michael, I mean, the first thing I always say is, do you have a Roth IRA? If not, go get yourself a Vanguard Roth IRA. Like, simple as that, max it out. And then start talking to me about stocks. Because beyond that, that should be your first investment, right? Should be into a Roth IRA while they're still around. While you still have the ability to do so. Yeah, Armando, so the last 2 weeks have been tough. The move outside of the range on Friday was brilliant. That's what we kind of needed. And that was your tell to start looking for some shorts. The break outside that 25,400 to 25,800 range was going to give you your read on what you should be expecting over the next, week or two. We got the rejection at 25,400 again this morning on the retest of that range and rejected. So the next logical spot for NQ where you would start to look for longs for me is probably going to be somewhere around 24,000. I mean, you'll look for a bounce at 800 probably. But really, I would say 24,600 would probably be the next area where I would be looking. Or 24,500 for a possible bounce. But right now, you're going to be short bias overall. Hey, what's up, Pine? How are you? Pine, we are having an old souls conversation on my stream tonight because the market. This is what's happened since I've gone live. Pine, what was your first cell phone, Pine? What was your first cell phone? For those of you that haven't figured it out yet, Pine Tree Trader is another streamer. He goes live right before I do from 6 to 8 p.m. So if you're at your charts at that time, Eastern Standard, by the way, if you're at your charts at that time, he's another good guy to go hang out with and check out his stream and give him a sub. Real good dude. Hey, what's up, OC? How are you? Nokia, the old blue one, the Razor. Razor was probably your favorite. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Nokia Razors were really popular for a long time. Really popular for a long time. You had a pager. I think a few people had pagers. A few people in the chat still have landlines. Pine. They still have landlines. They have landline telephones still. But we went down that whole rabbit hole tonight on stream. Lenny had a pager. 143. Is that some sort of code, Chris? That you would page somebody or something? Oh, see, you were in the newspaper for having a pager? Are you kidding me? Shoot First Mobile was in 92, 93? They still have landlines. Love You is 143? Okay. So there was like some code that you would put into these pagers? Hey, nice, Elgood. Passed an eval? GG's. Congratulations. To save a nation. Hate the contract rollovers for futures. Messes up all. 911 was emergency. Wait, what? There was that kind of code? Armando, my stops are generally 20 to 25 points. But that's because I trade a mini contract on most of my positions, or a mini contract is my starting position. Whether that's within your risk appetites or not, I don't know. I would probably keep it smaller than that and trade micros initially. But honestly, your entry should be, the majority of the time, you should be able to have your entries with, you know, where a 20 to 25 point stop is going to be safe. If it's not, then that's probably something that you can work on, would be better entries. That's more an entries problem than it is an actual risk problem. Every person had their own code. Whatever. What was the old like? So the Nokias. You guys remember the non-colored Nokias? Like when you had to. I think it was you had to text message in T9 format. Do you guys remember T9 format texting? What was the little snake game that was played on those? I would grab my dad's and play on that. Yeah, Vincent. So my risk is always the same, regardless of what session I'm trading for the most part. Your grandparents still have a landline? It's nothing but scammers calling? Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine, because that's an easy target, right? Like, who's going to be gullible? I remember at one point, when my grandma was still alive, she had a scam call her telling her that I was in jail and needed money to get sent somewhere. Something like that. A fold-out keyboard? Oh, yeah. What was the little flip? I remember those. Where, like, the screen flipped up and it introduced a keyboard. What were the other ones? Palm Pilots? Palm Pilots were pretty big phones that had, like, a keyboard on them. No way. You got the original iPhone? Fish Lips? Hey, thanks, Dave. Enjoy your night, Dave. We'll talk tomorrow. You have to have a secret family safe word for the parents. Oh, man. Pantech and Blackberries. Yeah, that's what started it, Yell Erica, was the Blackberry conversation. We were talking about GameStop and the GameStop AMC trading days. And BlackBerry was one of those stocks that was with that, and that's what got this whole thing started, actually. Then we've all gone on this rant. You have an iPhone 3 in the box, never been used, CVJ? Really? That's probably worth some money if it's never been touched. The first ever Android phone had a full keyboard? Yeah. It's crazy how far technology's come. I haven't owned anything other than RJ. I am trading NQ. This is the Z contract that we're looking at because it's rollover week on US index futures. Most people are trading the H contract, which is right here. So price is a little bit different. My DOM surface, the price is going to be a little bit different, but movement should be the same on both contracts. There's just more volume still being traded on the Z contract. Whoa, original iPhone still in the box and everything. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, Ninja Baseball. Yeah, the whole AI thing is just, yeah, it's getting out of hand. Yeah, Armando. Yes, so 920 would have been a good entry for short. We got sidetracked. I'm sorry. I missed the trade. We got sidetracked completely. Or I got sidetracked. But yes, 920 would have been my entry short there. So yes, you've got a break, you've got a retest, you've got a rejection, you've got the retest here on the rejection at 920. Once we got back below 920, that's where my entry would have been. I probably would have gotten trailed out on a stop on this one green candle here. But it was good for 20 points. What? No. Yeah. No, Erica. They did not. Did they really? Time Magazine named AI as Person of the Year. No shot. No shot. Yeah, Jeff, it's all your fault. It's all your fault, Jeff. No, it's good. It's good to have these kind of streams, you know? I mean, it's what makes the channel good. You guys are what make this channel what it is. Can't thank you enough for entertaining me each and every night. Can't thank you enough for contributing to the growth of the channel. I really enjoy streaming and hanging out with you guys at night. So it's good to have nights where we don't talk totally about trading, you know. What's up, Yonex? How are you? Yeah, to save a nation. So, yeah, cheers, RJ. For those of you that are in the shorts feed, feel free to click on that other live stream on my channel. The one that doesn't have the word mobile in the title. That's where most people are hanging out at, and it's a lot better viewing experience. Just to give you a heads up. Do I always trade after hours? To save a nation, I always watch after hours. I don't always catch a trade. But I stream during the Globex session currently. Come 2026 though, my streaming schedule is going to change, where I'm going to be doing more New York sessions rather than trading during Globex or streaming during Globex, or the overnight session for me. So that's going to change in the new year, but my streaming schedule currently is Sunday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. A Commodore VIC-20. But yeah, it's gonna, my streaming schedule is gonna change here soon. But there's some good moves. Like, to save a nation, you had a 250 point move down on the Nasdaq overnight tonight from the open. So 6 p.m. we were way up here. So this was the move. If you caught all that move, that's a $5,000 per mini contract trade. So that's pretty good movement. I mean, the range all day today during New York session was what? Just over 300 points, I think, on NQ. So you still get good movement. But yes, you're right. A lot of nights the volume dies and you don't get anything happening. Yeah, we're just kind of chopping in this volume, putting in volume right now. I'm probably not going to catch a trade tonight, guys, to be perfectly honest. We're kind of just slow moving now and just in a range. Yeah, you were working and wasn't watching close enough. Yeah, I didn't. The one trade that I did catch, I was short from 25,080. So I was short from up here on the break of these lows, but I got trailed out on my stop. I caught like 45 points of this whole move. So don't be too disheartened. Hey, good night, guys. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream here soon. We still got about 240 people in here, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Obviously, a little bummer that the market just decided to go sideways right when I went live, but hopefully you guys made money. Tomorrow night we will talk about old cars and how many people remember houses. I know we'll probably have a lot of these conversations for sure. Jan Vest, no, it was before the stream. So the 910 that I made tonight on the session was before the stream. What happened during the stream for me was just this. I went live at 8:30. I was live just enough to see this move, and then this happened. The entire stream. So no, it wasn't on this stream, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night. If you're continuing to trade this, trade safe, stay patient. I'll be back tomorrow evening for another Globex stream. Hopefully the market's moving when I'm trading so that we can actually do something here. It's looking like this might roll over and want to come down here and test this 800 area. On the H contract, it's going to be probably somewhere around 25,080. 25,080 to 25,060 is where I'd be looking on the move down for the next possible bounce area. But if you're continuing to trade safe, stay patient, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Peace.